everyone, and welcome back. This is Uncle Marv's Unhealthy Podcast, where I'm on a journey and a mission to transform unhealthy choices into healthier ones. And I'm hoping that I can help you do that as well. I wanted to come back on and do a quick little show, give you an update. If this is the first time you are listening, this is episode number 6. We've got 5 already listed out there. You can find them at unhealthypodcast.com. And I had a couple of quick shows laying out what we're going to be doing with this show. And I've had a couple of guests. Had Lori Seitz on in episode 4, and we talked about the art of gratitude. And in our last episode, we had life lessons from a hope coach. So I hope that you'll go back and check those out. I also want to give you guys a real quick update, because one of the things that I had laid out for you was that I was going to be on my own personal journey through this. And my first goal was to lose 10 pounds before my next conference, which is coming up in about, it's less than 2 weeks. So I started this journey 3 weeks ago, and I am down 8 pounds. And I'm not quite ready to lay out how I've done that, because I am still kind of tweaking to find out which things are working and which things are not. So, of course, I've already got my plans that I've laid out and doing all the usual suspects, eating more protein, cutting out sugar, stuff like that. But I'm going to lay out all the things that I did to be successful here soon, probably after the conference, especially if I hit that 10-pound weight loss goal. Now, the other part of that is I want to have a flat belly. I don't know that that's going to happen, but I'm working on it. So you may be wondering, okay, Marv, so what else are you going to do? Now, I've gone ahead and mentioned that this show is not just going to focus on health and fitness. We are going to focus on just about anything that we can find that is unhealthy in our life. And just when I had, Coach, the Hope Coach on last week, and we had Lori on with the Art of Gratitude, we're going to talk about a lot of different aspects in our lives, because there's so many things that are considered unhealthy. And just to give you an idea, I've got a couple of guests coming up that we've already lined up, and we're not just doing one show with each of these guests. We're actually going to be doing a series of shows. So we're going to be going through a lot of different concepts. We're going to lay out the groundwork for what we're talking about and kind of go through a journey with each of these friends of mine. One that's going to be coming up next is Coach Elle, who is certified in these concepts called Calling in the One and Conscious Uncoupling. She is passionate about helping individuals create and maintain healthy and fulfilling intimate relationships. So that's something that probably a lot of people don't talk about, but Coach Elle is going to come on with me, and we're going to talk about everything from, breaking free from your old habits, your old patterns in love, and unlocking keys to a happy and successful heart-to-heart relationship. So we're going to be laying out that. I think it's going to be a 6 or 7-part series with Coach Elle. Now, I'm also going to be having family and friends on, and one of those is family member Carrie, who is, I believe she's certified in Ayurveda. And Ayurveda is, for those that do not know, is a holistic approach to health and fitness that focuses on balancing the mind, body, and spirit. And that's something that I laid out from the very beginning, that we're going to be tackling everything. And, our mind and our spirit is just as important as the body. So we're going to be talking about that and going over, what is Ayurveda, what are the treatments, talk about the but the range of treatments and therapies and all the things that go with a personalized approach to well-being in dealing with that. So we're going to talk about that. I also have a friend that I've had on before when I was doing the Uncle Marv podcast. Her name is Elikqiti. She is a podcast friend of mine. She hosts a show called the Gluten Free Podcast, or Travel Gluten Free. And we talked about the fact that, gluten is one of those things that we've, and me in particular, made fun of and thought that, you're just making that up. Well, there is a real disease out there called celiac disease that if somebody with this disease has gluten, they can have some serious reactions and in some cases die. So she is one of those people and has had to live her life adjusting to having a gluten-free diet. And she has now made a living helping other people deal with this. And, one of the big things at her show is it's called Travel Gluten Free, because one of the hardest things for someone with celiac disease to do is to be out on the road, be traveling, whether it's another state, another country, and figuring out where you're going to eat and knowing if the restaurant that you go to is truly gluten-free or not. So we're going to be talking with Elikqiti. She's a good friend, and covering those types of concepts there. So those are some of the things that we've got coming up. I, of course, will be giving you updates on me. I think one of the things that I want to do is we're going to start talking with some other friends of mine. And I know that there's several people that have Facebook groups and they're putting meals that they make on there. But what usually doesn't happen is we usually don't get into the recipes and why these are the meals, why they're considered healthy or not. One of the things that I'm doing is, I have an air fryer at the house. Well, we have two that we bought a couple of years ago. So a lot of the meals that we do are in the air fryer. We have a Vitamix and make a lot of drinks in there. So I'm going to be sharing some of the recipes that we do, Kim and I. More me than Kim, but she does it for me, and I appreciate all that she does. And we'll talk about some of the drinks that I make in the Vitamix, and I'll be sharing those as well. But I just wanted to give this quick update and tell you what we're going to be doing coming up. And a lot of those shows will be coming out here in the next couple of weeks, fast and furious. So check out the Facebook page, check out the website, unhealthypodcast.com. Thank you for tuning in to Uncle Mar's Unhealthy Podcast. And remember, we are going to be focusing on inspiring positive change for a better life, and hope that we can provide you with valuable insights and advice on how to make healthier choices and to live a more fulfilling life. So remember, living healthy is the key to being happy. So we encourage you to continue with us, with me on this journey. And we look forward to sharing more in the future. Thank you for listening. Live healthy and be happy.